So for MLB, I think I would prefer a minor league team. For NHL, prefer a minor league team. NBA, professional. What are the other ones? NBA. Oh, NFL, professional. Okay, so kind of split 50-50 for that. And again, that pretty much goes which one is more likely to go to a game for, more relaxing atmosphere. So did I just pick the professional ones for the games I'm least likely to go to? I think that's what I did. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Pretty Huge Dilemma podcast. Today, we're going to get into an industry that I don't know how it is still in business. I'm going to debate with myself which leagues I would rather have a professional team be in the city versus a semi-pro or minor league team. And then lastly, if we have time, get into my current reading list. Pretty good. Oh, and make sure to like, subscribe, comment, reach out, DM, watch PhD TV playing new Monkey City Defense game, watch Pretty Huge Reviews, and watch previous episodes of the podcast. Catch up on everything that's been discussed and how we got to currently where we are. Pretty good. Got better at that. Had to do that a second time because right after I did the first time, I fixed my hair, made sure everything was in order. Then I noticed that the microphone button was red instead of the green it should be to show that I'm recording. So hopefully it's working now. And if not, I might not get an episode this week. Because, hey, pretty busy out here on Memorial Day weekend. Just hanging out. Gonna cook some steaks up. Gonna watch some TV, watch some NBA, NHL, all of that. Just hang out, relax. Which one do we want to get into first? First, we'll get into doesn't really make a difference because they're just going out in shorts anyway. And if you're still tuning in at this point, then you're a fan of the podcast. So we'll see. All right. First, I'll do the debate with myself. Intense. We'll see which side I take. If I take the left or the right side, we'll see. So I talked about watching NBA, NHL games, watching some WNBA. Fever won another game. Caitlin Clark. I'm not sure is she injury prone. What's going on with that? I think the Fever might be getting fined because they aren't disclosing Caitlin Clark's injuries. Like, how is she hurt already? They played like 6 games this year, and last year she was out a majority of it for a groin injury. Like, how's that happen? How does a WNBA player go out for a groin injury? That doesn't sound right. All right. Anyway, the different leagues would be nice for Memorial Day weekend and for other summer holiday weekends. Just be able to go out, watch a baseball game, and just hang out at the stadium. Yes, I can do that now, I think. I don't know if the Texas Rangers have a home game. And maybe it should be like the Cowboys. They always have home game on Thanksgiving. Maybe it should be the more patriotic places always have games on summer holidays like Memorial Day, Labor Day, Mother's Day, fake holiday, July 4th, different holidays like that. Patriotic teams, which would include, now what are the patriotic teams? Teams that are in Texas and Florida, and I don't know, do the California teams, how patriotic are they? Maybe they get ones. I don't know who the patriotic cities are, but just have some teams that no matter what, they play home games on these specific holidays. Or maybe, and they might do this already, alternate between those holidays. But just having a team, it's like, say, for the Rangers, their colors are red, white, and blue there in Texas, pretty patriotic. Them having a game on all the patriotic type holidays, that would be pretty cool. Just go out there, hang out, going to a game on holidays, pretty relaxing, especially a Sunday afternoon game when you have the following Monday off. Now that's relaxing. For it, I don't know, I didn't want to go to an MLB game. Might be more expensive. Parking is a little more of a hassle. Sometimes too many people there. So I wanted to find a minor league team that I could go to and just watch the game instead. Because minor league stadiums, MLB stadiums, they're pretty relaxed and everyone's really watching the game anyway. But there's more pressure on the players, which I guess the players are better. than the minor league teams. That's why they're in the major leagues versus the minor leagues. But it might be more casual, more relaxing to watch minor league games. You don't really need to necessarily watch the best of the best all the time. And even that's sometimes like a once a year type thing. Oh, don't worry, I got my notepad here, but for some reason the camera angle's not catching that. Maybe I should put it down more. Watching the best of the best, like Shohei Ohtani might come play in Texas once or twice a year. AL versus NL, not necessarily a rivalry, so don't see them as much. So I don't really need to see the best of the best. And if, again, I might not be tuning in the most of those games, and even if it is the best, like the most popular teams like Yankees come to town, those tickets are more expensive, harder to get to, and then you got to deal with the New York type people. But the other teams that are good, if you have, I don't even know what other teams are good right now. I think the Phillies went on a win streak after their manager got fired. Well, again, if better teams come along, more expensive, more people there, more of a hassle. So I thought maybe there's a minor league team somewhere. I understand the Rangers are here, but some minor league team where it's cheaper tickets, 15, 20 bucks for a ticket, easier parking. They have different promotional type things that are just like cooler, dollar dog nights, reduced alcohol prices, which I don't care too much for. At least gets more people in the stadium, gets the people going. They bring out more local baseball teams of the just youth teams that come up here, which Texans might do. The Rangers might do some of that, but still, they're an MLB organization. More expensive to get your team there to watch a game, but minor league games should be more cool and maybe more talked about things that happen between innings, because the MLB teams, they try to do like trivia, races, things like that. The ball under the hat, which when we went to what game did we go to? The Rockies Braves game. I didn't realize the MLB network people were right behind us. And when they did the under hat thing, I was screaming at people around me, number three, number three. I think that's what I said. Then the guy on the desk kind of turned around. I didn't know he was there on MLB Network, seeing what the crowd was saying. And because, might have been because he heard me say three, he said hat three. And that turned out to be wrong. It was hat number two. Anyways, the minor league teams, I might prefer having a minor league team around versus an MLB team around. Again, this might be because I didn't grow up in the city, don't have the connection to the Rangers team. I just might find it more relaxing to go to a minor league type game. Cause if I was in a bigger city where I had ties to the team, yeah, I would want that major league team there. Which having a major league team there, they could win a championship. That would be cool. That doesn't really impact me because the Rangers did win it. That didn't really change my day to day very much. I didn't go to the parade or anything like that. And if it was a minor league team, I would possibly go to those games more often. Depends how far away they were from my house for it. Which there might be. I don't know if there's. I tried to find a minor league team. I don't know if there's one nearby, but I couldn't find one nearby me. There might be one. I'm going to have to look that up to see if there's one nearby. I'll have to look more. There are like weird teams in places that I didn't know where the cities were located at for it. Okay, but having a minor league team, I think that would be more cool for MLB. Now for NBA there's no like, I guess there is like the D League for the NBA. Okay, you don't want a D League team. I wouldn't be going to those games. That's not as cool because knowing the players for the NBA team is more important for going to the game than for the baseball. Because for baseball, I don't know a lot of the people anyway, so that does make a difference. But for the NBA, it's like I have no recognition of these names. I don't follow it closely. Name recognition is not there for a game where it's like, you come here to watch people you know for it. For NHL, that's a tough one. I think this might be another one where I'm more preferential to having a minor league team versus a NHL level team. And again, it assumes like it's not assuming anything. It was like, yeah, having a bad NHL team might be better than having a bad minor league hockey team, because the professional NHL team, you're like, there's some turnaround process, people invest money in, get it going. But a bad NHL team, I don't know if you'll want that. If you have hope in that team to turn it around, it might be more. If you're good, you stay good. If you're bad, you stay bad. But also probably change it around with a lot of prospects and things like that. I should have noted what time I started this podcast at, 'cause I don't know how long it's going to go for. What other sports are there? Football teams. I don't know if it makes much difference either way for me. Well, I mean, like professional teams, people ask you for whatever reason, like, "Oh, how are the Mavericks doing? How are the Stars?" Like, I don't know. I don't really go to those games too often. I'm not a season ticket holder for those type of things. Have the Cowboys around? People ask me about the Cowboys, what people think. What's the do you have your finger on the pulse of what's happening in the city? How are people reacting? Do they want Dak in? Do they want Dak out? How do they feel about CD Lamb? I'm like, I have no clue. They're just in the same area that I'm in. I don't know. I'm not a beat writer for the Cowboys team. People like asking about that for it. But for NFL, probably prefer the professional team versus a minor league team. Minor leagues for football teams, I'm considering UFL teams, arena football teams, which arena football teams, those might be fun to go to. But no, I think prefer NFL teams, which probably not going to either one of those games for it, but just in general. For the NFL teams, other people talk about it, but for hockey teams, like I'm not talking about people about the Stars anyway. Then winning championship doesn't really impact me. So like minor league teams be more likely to go there, hang out there, cool intermission type things, more affordable type things to go to. Other ones, WNBA. I don't even know if there's a minor league WNBA league that goes around for it, which all these minor league teams might just be college teams to see. But for college teams, I don't know, usually those tickets are even cheaper for it, which is just, you gotta get there for it. I think those are the main things I want to talk about. So for MLB, I think I prefer a minor league team. For NHL, prefer a minor league team. NBA, professional. What are the other ones? NBA. Oh, NFL, professional. Okay, so kind of split 50-50 for that. And again, that pretty much goes which one is more likely to go to a game for, more relaxing atmosphere. So did I just pick the professional ones for the games I'm least likely to go to? I think that's what I did, because I'm more likely to go to a Stars Rangers game than I am for a Cowboys Mavericks game. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Okay, so I think I prefer going to minor league ones versus professional. But the Rangers MLB, I don't know, it's pretty much just the price of it. It's more expensive. And the minor league ones just relaxing, laid back, no real pressure. And then, yeah, they have some things that are more gimmicky. Maybe they got a big Ferris wheel. Maybe they got some games playing out in the outfield and stuff like that. But that's okay. Nice. Good topic. Good podcasting. Yeah, keep the morale up around here. I gotta celebrate good topics like that. If someone wants to come on, if you think otherwise, let me know in the comments. Say something of which you would prefer, major league versus minor league type teams for it. And growing up, yeah, there were more minor league teams around. Because in Iowa, no professional teams, which I don't get why at this point everyone's getting a major league team, expansion team. Iowa never comes up in the conversation for it. Hey, that just might be people can't handle an Iowa team, a nice grinded out type team. That's in whatever sport it is. Be a grinded out team in any of the sports. For you can't have a running gun team in Iowa for any sport. Running gun basketball team? No, that wouldn't happen. It would be top defensive team for it. Okay, which sport? Nice. Okay, talking about sports, things like that. Fireworks. The fireworks, I can only imagine they're at. How's the fireworks industry staying so in business? Because I can only think of a handful of, not places, but like other industries that would buy them, like professional sports teams. They buy a lot of fireworks. MLB teams for home runs, for wins, Friday night at the ballpark, football teams for touchdowns, beginning of games, things like that. For, I don't know, do NBA teams use fireworks? I don't think so. Their arenas might be too small, but they might use other pyrotechnics. Like people they shoot off fireworks inside arena football, or not arenas, but footballs with coverings on like indoor football arenas for it, which yeah, you see that smoke just sit up there once they fire those things off. They don't care about the air quality in the stadium for those things. And 4th of July, that's the only real places I can think of that are shooting off fireworks for it. Are there any other places or times people are like, yeah, let's get these fireworks up and going? 4th of July sports teams, birthdays, don't think New Year's. I don't know, it's cold in a lot of places, so they're not selling too much there. But like for that, how are these huge fireworks places just getting, when you drive into a state where it switches from a state that has fireworks versus not fireworks, like switching from a state that has gambling to not gambling. I gotta make sure I don't hit the mute button on myself now that I'm messing with the mic more and holding it and moving around. I could take it out of the stand and just hold it, but I don't want to do that. We'll have it centered here instead of off-centered. I'll move back to off-centered and mess around with this pen instead. For it, those are the only times for fireworks. New Year's, like I said, it's cold some places, like in the northern part, not even the north part. In 75%, there's only like a handful of states where you can be outside for New Year's and it's warm enough out there. So those places maybe they're shooting off fireworks. But other places, like, how do they have these giant firework depot places just on sides of the road? Or that many people going in and buying fireworks? I only bought fireworks once, I think. Yeah, I think it was once. It was in one of like the gas station ones, and maybe that's how they're staying in business. So like if every person in the US buys fireworks just one time in their life, that'll keep us in business. Because I bought those snapper things that you just throw at the ground, throw them at people's feet that were in like the wood shavings so they wouldn't pop in the box. I got those. I had other ones that I stored away in the house somewhere. I think eventually my parents found and just threw away themselves. I think that's what happened for, because I don't remember setting them off. Because I think I got like the smoke ones as well. Never lit those off. Oh man, I think I gotta tell this story. I think the year I bought those fireworks was the same year almost had a fireworks accident in a car. Wasn't me. It was Tommy. And yeah, I can name him in this podcast because he's come on, he's a character in it. He almost blinded me slash, was it when you like lose a body part? Malformed me. I don't know, something like that. He almost blew a hand off. His hand, my hand, someone's hand was about to get off for it. I don't know what statute of limitations are. I think we're past it at this point. And even if we're not, this is a comedy podcast, so you can't use anything seriously. The story could be 100% made up. Who knows? We were driving around in a car lighting off fireworks, as people do. We went to a park, I think. I don't know if there's history of this. Maybe this was before tracking of phones and video cameras. So who knows? Comedy podcast. And if not, we'll have to find some lawyers. But you can't prove any damages. No, there weren't any damages. So we would go to a park, light off a couple fireworks. I don't know what they were. M-somethings, M80s. Is that what they are? But we would like, someone would light them. I would not light them. I'm not lighting things, whatever, candles. What other things do you light? Candles. I use a lighter for other stuff, a grill, stuff like that. Not good with it. Getting the Bic, just the flick of it, not good with that. So there's someone else was lighting it. Me, I was hidden behind a car. I was not out there. I was hiding for sure because I don't like them. Other times my grandparents would light them off in their backyards, like before the 4th of July. Type fireworks happen in their cities. I didn't go down there. I didn't light them. Not the biggest fan of it. Someone light them off. Okay, cool, out in open space. Then someone possibly decided to do this in neighborhoods. Statute of limitations, I don't know. I don't think anything went poorly for it. It was close. One time we were driving, and someone was lighting them and is throwing them out the window. Okay, you're high school kids. I don't even know. I don't even know if it was around 4th of July or not. I don't think it was. I think someone just had these fireworks. But no, it had to be around the 4th of July. Because what? Who has fireworks not around the 4th of July? Like, we're not going to big depots and just storing things up for fireworks. So we just take them, throw them out the window. At some point, this window got rolled up. Whoever was sitting in the passenger seat, the window got rolled up. Not sure why. Okay, whatever. Then a firework got lit, and the person went to throw it out the window. Their hand hit the window, and they didn't know what to do with it next. And that could have been the end. I almost went blind on this day. I don't know how close I was to going blind from it. Because the person with the firework, I don't know what they were going to do. Were they going to throw it in the back seat? Were they going to throw it under their seat? Were they going to open up their door? Because I don't know if this was a time where the doors automatically locked, where you're going to drive and then the door locks and you can't open it back up. I don't know if it was one of those cars. Thankfully, the window behind the passenger seat was open and the person was able to throw it out there. I almost went blind. I was that close. I assume that's what the effects are. I don't know what it would have been. Because yeah, it is like a mini bomb going. I don't even know mini. If a bomb's 100, what's a firecracker level? Is it 50? Is it 20, 10? I don't know. But whatever it is, I assume I would have been blinded. I don't know if I would have reacted to something, put my hand on something, caught it. Was it about to be a hot potato with a firecracker? It was close to doing that. And today I could be blinded from it. I would have had to start some sort of foundation, some relief, some awareness type program of, I might have had to start campaigning. I might have to be a government liaison. Not liaison. Who's the people who tries to sway them to get things approved or not approved? Not a liability. That's what you pay. Government convincer person to say, don't get these fireworks outlawed. Kids should not be allowed to have fireworks. You gotta be, how old do you have to be? 25 at least? Because you can't have 18. Then some people who are in high school could still do that. People who are in college could get them. No, can't have that. 21, maybe that would be more reasonable. But again, 21 age kind of made up anyway. Like 25 at least to have fireworks for it. Because yeah, I might have gone down that road if a firework blinded me, took off one of my hands. That would be me. Maybe someone else is doing that already, and I would be teamed up with them. I would say, you know what? I agree. Because of someone rolling up a passenger side window. I don't know why it was rolled up. It's not like it was raining. It wasn't super hot out. Why was this rolled up? Who did that? It was, I don't know if the child lock was on for putting the window down. That could have been the case too. Man, it was. I think about that. You know, you have those moments where you wake up and it's like, or when you're trying to sleep and you're just like, man, if that happened, I still like having I don't know, it's not PTSD from it. Even, again, like I said, bomb could be similar to that. But sometimes I think about that and like, man, that could have just blinded me. It's not be able to do things I'm doing now. Can't type on a keyboard with 2 hands. Maybe see out of both eyes, hear out of both ears. Maybe I would be deaf too. Be like Helen Keller. I can't see. I can't hear. I don't know if I'd be able to talk still. I think so. Because like had that ability and know how to use my vocal cords, things like that. So I think that would be fine. Maybe, unless the firecracker would take that out too for it. And if it went off in the car, would that make the car explode? I don't know. I don't know how the gas goes from the gas tank up to the engine where it's needed. So somewhere there has to be some sort of pipe that if that catches fire, the thing just explodes. That could happen as well. I could not be able to walk right now. I wouldn't be able to run 8 miles on a just on a Saturday morning, just nice and easy out there, go and see the trees, going to run trails and stuff like that, just because someone put up the window of a passenger side door. Or instead of the fireworks, I would have gone after the car manufacturers. That could have been the point. Another area I could have gone down. I could have told them, hey, instead of, what would I have to say? I would say, hey, if there should be an option that if kids are going to light off fireworks, no windows, take all the windows off, things like that. You should know that if there's loud booms going around, if there's lighters being lit and you hear that crackling of a firework about to go off, take out the windows down. Have a switch that says fireworks being lit in the car, fireworks not being lit in the car. You need to instill this in all of your cars and make that a safety thing for it. All these airbags, all these seatbelts you got to wear, add a fireworks being lit option in the car, and that just allows all the doors to be unlocked, opened, not child locked, no windows being rolled up, everything like that. Just in case people are lighting fireworks in their cars. It happens. Be the harmless ones. I think that's the only fireworks things I've messed with. Because, yeah, especially after that, I'm out with fireworks. And especially fireworks being lit in an enclosed area, no thanks. I'll stand 25 yards over here. You want to light them over there? Okay, maybe I'll do that. But I'm not being in an enclosed area where I'm hoping that you throw it out the right way and we get far enough away from it before it goes off. No, I'm not doing that anymore. But how's the fireworks industry? You got professional teams, concerts. Who else are you selling them to? These big ones on the side of the road? I don't know who you're selling them to. Joe Dirt, his Native American friend that he has there who sells them. I don't know who else is selling these things. Pretty good. Man, Tommy, if you're hearing this, I hope you remember when that happened. Allegedly, if it happened at all. Okay, so after this, like I said, I'm going to watch Amazon TV series called It's Not Like That. Which these shows are, not all the shows, but some of them are just going to common phrases that are said just out and about. Like the one with, what was it? No, it's not Reese with Kristen Bell, like, this is not happening. Now another show called It's Not Like That. But the Kristen Bell, that one's on Netflix, this one's on Amazon. And it's produced by the Wonder Project. Is it Wonder or Wander? I don't know, because they do the spelling thing where like they leave out a letter and put their logo in instead. I think it's Wonder, WONDER project. There are people who make the 100 and like other kind of Christian based things and shows like that, and it's supposed to be, I think, more like wholesome type things, because this show, it's pretty benign. I'd say it's pretty, I don't know if I would watch it with a kid, but like a teenage kid, I think they would understand it. Probably not a kid, but like level above that, like teenager, preteen. I don't know. I also don't know kid development things. I don't have a kid. It would be weird if I did know that. My nose is itchy. Oh man, I had to pick some boogers out before the show. Hopefully you can't see them now. I'm gonna have to put a black bar over my nose, sitting right over there, and hopefully I remember to throw them away after this. Okay, but I'm gonna watch the Wonder Project show on Amazon called It's Not Like That. I'm 1.5 episodes in, I think. I think that's it. Oh, before we get to that, Kevin Hart roast. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I don't have Netflix. The backlash of it. I don't know. People said jokes about other people, which I have to talk about this so that way I get in the algorithm. So, yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. I didn't watch it. I don't know. The Tom Brady roast, it was okay. Like, people aren't like going to go back and rewatch that. It's kind of just like in the moment, in time, like they're watching that. Because if I got Netflix later around like Christmas time to watch Christmas games, I don't think I'm going to go back and watch the Kevin Hart roast. I don't think that'll happen for me. But people, I don't know, they said some jokes, people didn't like them. And I think some people didn't like other people going into it. Whatever. People get upset about stuff. It happens, you know? If you're upset about it, just go off the internet. Just close your laptop. Just turn off your phone. Have someone else run your social media. Not that crazy. Not that difficult to do. We might just do that just to get more things sold and to get more people talking about you. All right, we gotta going because I might have to hit the grocery store, get a nice steak to cook, but I'll probably cook that tomorrow because I'll have more time hanging out Sunday. Maybe I'll make an afternoon steak and eggs type meal. That would be nice to have for it. Or no, I don't want to do it Monday. Do I want to do it Monday? Maybe I'll do it Monday instead. So I don't need to go to the grocery store today. Well, another grocery store today. We'll see. But it's not. I'll talk books next week. Yeah. All right. So it's not like that. What's going on is there's a pastor at a church. I don't know. It looks like some non-denominational type church thing, which that's probably their goal of it. They don't want to push one denomination versus the other. So they haven't really said, but the guy dresses pretty casual. Like the sermons he makes in there, they're pretty not too intensive type stuff. But he's pastor of the church, and like I said, 1.5 episodes in. So it's not really spoiling anything because it's just the overall premise of the show that you get from reading the description of it. The guy's wife, you don't see this, but the guy's wife died a year before, and they have like 3 kids, 2 daughters, and a son. And at the same time that his wife died, her best friend got divorced from her husband. It's like the 4 of them were all friends, and then the pastor's wife died, and then the best friend got divorced. Okay, so pastor single, the best friend single now. It's been a year since the death of the pastor's wife and about like 6 months from the divorce. And I think, again, I get the episodes mixed up because I'm like, is this the first episode? Is it the second episode? What's going on? And zero surprise at all. The divorced woman and the widow, is there a name for a male widow? I thought there was like a different name for like a widow, for like for a wife whose husband died. I thought there was a different name for like a husband whose wife died. Anyway, the widowed husband and the divorced lady, they make out in the first episode. Like, that's the number one thing you can't do. You can't fall in that trap. You can't do it. And before it even happened, it's like these two are going to make out at some point. They're going to regret it. Then the entire season is just going to be a will they, won't they type thing. They're going to come together, be like, yes, we want to do this. They're going to go apart and be like, no, I don't want to do this. They're going to see other people. Then other people are going to start talking about them. Then they'll be like, oh, it's not working with these other people. I just want to hang out with you and do this. And they're going to end up together. And it's going to be weird. That's just weird. Like, yeah, you're friends. And the pastor and the woman, they would have tea every day at a coffee house. Okay, hang out. I don't know if you did this before your wife died or if this is just a new startup thing. But all right, you're friends. And the guy who got divorced, yeah, you're kind of friends with him as well. It's like, all right, well, he just kissed his ex-wife when all 4 of you were friends. Kind of weird. I don't know why you do that. It's like, yeah, you're sad. You got all these problems at home and you're spending so much time with this other person. Dude, you can't make out with them. You can't do that. Can't do that. Especially, there's also a weird dynamic of him being a pastor and she's in the congregation. Bro, you can't be making out with your congregants. You got to find someone else, different religion, well, it doesn't have to be different religion because that has other issues with it of being like, oh, I'm married, I'm a pastor, I'm married to someone who's not in this religion now. But someone who's like not dedicated to their religion, who's willing to convert for you, someone who's just in a different congregation, a different church worker person, something like that. You can't have it be a congregation because that's just a weird dynamic. It's like, oh, this person's supposed to come to you, ask for guidance, like confessional things, and you're just making out with them. You can't be doing that. What's the guy's name? It's not William. Mitchell. Nope, that's not the guy's name either. I think the kid's name is Justin. Flora. That's the oldest. Penelope. They call her Penny. And then the other family is like Garrett. And what's the other? Dale. I think Dale's the divorced guy. The divorced woman. I think the dead woman is called Jenny. But I don't know the pastor and the divorced woman who made out with each other. I forget their names. But anyways, like, that's the number one thing. You can't make out with this woman. Yeah, you're sad. Things are going wrong. She's there. You're friends with her. You cannot do this because you can't go back from that. You can't say, oh, I didn't make out with her. I didn't have this feeling that I want to be connected with her. And I don't know what. You're going to start dating her? That's your wife's best friend. And you can never say they were ex-best friends because they were best friends and then your wife died. So if your wife was alive today, they would still be best friends. You can't do that. That woman can't stay in the congregation. You can't make out with her. And then if you do, you can't continue to be friends with her. I don't think. Let me see. Am I friends with anyone that I've made out with? No. I mean, there's my wife. I mean, she's a piece of work. Any other woman's like, all right, if we made out at any point, it's like, I'm not being friends with you after that. That would just be weird the entire time. Again, it would be a will they, won't they, like, because then if you say, like, oh, if one person says, that was a huge mistake, never doing that again, can't believe we did that, I was so not in the right mental headspace, blah, blah, blah. Another person says, totally agree, I was also not in the right headspace. But in reality, they wanted to do that. They wanted it to go further. Like, so you can't be friends with someone you made out with. Let me see. Did I? I mean, I'm not going to tell the story about it. It's like, no, I don't think I was friends. If I made out with you, it's like, we're not friends anymore. We're not hanging out doing things. We're not studying together. We're not going to do this other stuff. It's like, no, like, that's pretty much it. That's the end of this stuff for it. I think that's a good place to end this podcast. That was pretty in my life kind of stories. The fireworks thing and not dating people I made out with. It was like, dude, you know this is the top thing. You're sad. She's sad. Her best friend died. Your wife died. She's divorced. Your kids are messing up, having all these issues. Just don't make out. Because you know that's going to make things weird. You're going to have this back and forth. But I guess maybe that's the point of the show when it's not real life thing. But in real life, some people might actually have this happen. It's like, can't make out and still be friends after. It's not how it works. Yeah, people might draw a line of, yeah, you can be friends with someone you made out with, but if you did anything more than that, then you can't be friends. But I think I draw a line further because, like, again, I'll say a slippery slope type argument of once that starts happening, it's like, wherever you draw the line is like, it's too late. You're already going down this path. You can't go back from that. So then when you do get a new significant other, it's like, oh, who's your best friend? Well, it's my wife's best friend, like, before we died, blah, blah, blah. And we made out one time. But we're just friends now and see each other every day. And our kids are friends with each other. It's like, hold up. What? That's where we'll end it there. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, reach out, DM, watch the other things you got going on. PhD TV, Pretty Huge Reviews, other podcasts, things like that. And talk to you guys later. Bye.